Hey guys, it's Steve. So tonight I've got a homemade barbecue sauce recipe for you. This comes from my Facebook page where I asked a week ago if you have any sauces you like to share. And a guy named Chaz shared one of his recipes. He calls it his favorite Brunette. This sauce has quite a kick to it, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this sauce recipe has a ton of ingredients in it, so we're going to start off over here by the food processor. And what we've got are 2 jalapenos, which I've already cut in half and taken the seeds out of them. We've got about 1/4 cup of dried cherries, and then what I did is I just diced up 3 or 4 garlic cloves, and then I've got 2 28 ounce cans of diced tomatoes. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just put these jalapenos in here and kind of get those chopped up real quick. Alright, now I'm going to add the cherries. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes. We'll toss our chopped up garlic cloves in there. Get all that in there. It's smelling nice and good. Let's go ahead and lock our lid back on. Make sure we get the top on. And go ahead and pulse this up. Alright, so I just pureed that for about 2 minutes, and let me tell you what, it's so crucial in my opinion to have one of these really nice food processors. This is just a KitchenAid, but it's a really nice one. It just does such a great job at pureeing all this up. So we're going to go ahead and pick up with the other ingredients over at the stove now. Alright, so I've poured the puree here into a pot here, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the rest of these ingredients. So there's a ton of them. So we've got 2/3 cup of molasses. Just gonna head and get all that in here. All right, 2/3 cup of apple cider vinegar. Okay, and then we've got 1 tablespoon each of cayenne pepper, paprika, kosher salt, black pepper, onion powder, and then one of the ingredients, actually the only ingredient I was out of, was mustard powder, but it's kind of late at night so I couldn't go get some. But you can substitute just regular yellow mustard for it. So I've got about 2 tablespoons here of just regular yellow mustard. It's not going to be a big deal. It'll taste just fine. Work with what you got. Alright, and then lastly we've got 1/2 tablespoon of red pepper flakes. And then I thought one of Chaz's most interesting ingredients in this in his barbecue sauce here is 1/2 tablespoon of ground coffee. So we're going to put all that in there, and all we're going to do is stir all this up, and we're going to let this simmer for about 30-45 minutes, and we'll pick back up then. Okay guys, so we've got our finished sauce here, and you really have 2 options on finishing this sauce. You can just go with it as is, or you can do what I did and strain it. And so over here is what we have as our final sauce, and this over here is what's left after I've strained it. So you can see quite a bit of the kind of leftover tomato paste did not come through, and I tried it with it in there, and just thought it would be a little bit better without it. So really you can go either way on this. And this sauce tastes amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little taste again. Like I said, it's got a ton of kick to it, but a lot of flavor. I mean, you saw how many ingredients we put in there. The one thing again that I would say is you could easily turn this into like one of your just typical sweet and spicy sauces by hitting this up with at least a half a cup of honey and 3/4 cup or a whole cup of brown sugar. And what that would do is you'd get hit with the sweetness at first, and then that heat on the back end would kick in. So this sauce is amazing. Thanks again to Chaz for sharing his recipe. Definitely try this out. Don't be too afraid of the heat level, because you can tone that back. And let me know what you think. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you again soon.